Hey, what's happening? This is King David B Class. And to all my class acts. I think that's a good name for you guys. All right, we're going to listen to this track that we've been working on through the other videos, and we're going to talk a little bit about automation, why it's important, how to use it, how to make it work. Here we go. When it's time to do important things, important people get busy. You understand? Ask me why I'm quiet, 'cause I'm focused, man. And I ain't got no time to mess around. Girl, I know you need me, yes I notice. Baby girl, I hold you down. Baby, you and I are here. Let me make this one thing clear, yeah. I ain't got no time to play, yeah. 'Cause I'm trying to make a way. Ask me why I'm quiet, 'cause I'm focused, man. And I ain't got no time to mess around. Girl, I know you need me, yes I notice. Baby girl, I hold you down. I don't need for you to say, oh no, 'cause I make the right moves when I gotta. I can't find no walls inside my home, 'cause I was meant to prosper. Ask me why I'm quiet, 'cause I'm focused, man. And I ain't got no time to mess around. Ain't got no time for me. Girl, I know you need me, yes I notice. Baby girl, I hold you down. I hope you're ready. Ask me why I'm quiet, 'cause I'm focused, man. And I ain't got no time to mess around. Ain't got no time. Girl, I know you need me, yes I notice. But baby girl, I hold you down. I said, baby girl, I hold you down. Yeah, King David, BeatClass.com. You heard me. You know what it is. All right, cool. So here's what I want to give you out of this series, right? And so this series is going to deal with different parts of this tracks, different techniques. Hopefully you can learn something from it. I no longer use FL Studio as my primary recording tool, but it is a great tool to make productions with, make beats. And then what I try to do is import it into Logic Pro. Not all the time, because I can make my beats in Logic Pro as well. And then I do my whole production in Logic Pro. Sometimes I will do Pro Tools, which you can see I have. I've got Pro Tools, I've got Logic Pro, I've got FL Studio. But I just needed a more professional, something that matched my level of musicality, because what I've learned in music has been transferred from the old recording way into the new recording way. FL Studio is totally new. All right, so here we go. This section here, if you look at it, these are my backgrounds, and they repeat, so I don't have to keep going over each one, but I wanted to show you kind of what my thought process were in automating these parts. Now, what I do is, if I can bring you over to the other screen, and I'm still working this out, so thank you for being patient with me. I do have the mixer open on both screens just in case this thing doesn't want to switch screens for me. But in this segment here, this is the chorus. And what I wanted to do is add dynamic. And the reason why you want to use that kind of vocal rides or volume rides is because it adds power and pressure into the track. A lot of tracks that you hear, they just sound dead. And it's the same thing over and over again. And that would be like if I talk to you in a monotone voice, you would not be that interested. So sometimes you have to have inflections, and people have to talk this way. And so this is a way of putting inflections into your music, right? And the cool feature that I have on Logic Pro is I can highlight the tracks that I want to do vocal rides on or volume rides. And I go to Latch. Latch will allow me to do whatever I do with those faders. It will remember that. The good thing about Latch is it brings it back to the original volume that it was set to. So this way it's not the next verses or voices coming after it can start at zero again, or wherever the starting point was. So we use Latch. We hit play. We don't have to hit record, and we just ride those faders. Now you see I have them grouped together because they're all, once I level them within the group, Then I can just push the group up and down as needed. Now watch what happens, and watch this. We're going to go to solo, right? And just play those tracks. I'll play the lead vocals as well, just to give it some context. And again, I'm learning how to switch back and forth. If it doesn't work out, please forgive me. You know. Say Juno something. That's my Tony Montana. All right, here we go. Focused, man, and I ain't got no more time to mess around. Girl, I know you need me, yes, I noticed. But baby girl, I hope you're down. All right, now you can see the first ride was dramatic. Focused, man. It had to be poke out, right? Because that comes from a movie, by the way. Focus, man, I'm focused. And look it up, you'll see. And then the next line was, and I ain't got no more time to mess around. And it was just, that's called a crescendo, by the way. Crescendo is an Italian word in music. And if you ever played in an orchestra or a band, you will hear that word a lot. It's how when audio gradually gets louder. And then sforzando is when you hit it hard and back off. So, and then get loud. So you attack it and then soften and then get loud again. That's sforzando. And then you have crescendo. There's a lot of Italian in music, so that's just a little tidbit. All right, the next part was this. Girl, I know you need me, yes, I noticed. Now that was just mirroring the actual rhythm of the vocal line. So I didn't want that to be too dramatic. I wanted that to be a little less dramatic. Girl, I know you need me, yes, I noticed. Because I didn't want to drown out the lead vocals. The most important thing about music production is that you're making all these little micro decisions based on a big picture. So the good thing about music, it helps you make decisions, good decisions, hopefully. And then they marry up to create this bigger story, right? So think of music as story, and the decisions that you make help paint the picture of that story. All right, here's the next line. Baby girl, I hope you're down. Now that one said, baby, I hope you're down. And it went back down because I wanted it to decrescendo, which means to reduce. So it crescendos and then reduce in volume. This way, it kind of signifies that, hey, this is the end of the chorus. So there's a story that's being written. I'm going to play the whole thing from the top of the story. Here it goes. Ask me why I'm quiet, cause I'm focused, man. And I ain't got no more time to mess around. Girl, I know you need me, yes, I noticed. But baby girl, I hope you're down. I don't need for you to save me. Oh, no. All right, and the last one is on the verse. Oh no, oh no. It's just a little kind of really soft, energetic feeling. So I just needed that to kind of pop a little bit, but come back. So here's what it sounds like. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And that's it. No need for you to save me. Oh no. All right, and that is how we do vocal rides to add some energy into the track. By the way, whatever you do, that automation gets recorded. So if you have to copy it over, and let me move my screens. If we have to copy it over to another part of the song, all that information goes with it. So you don't have to keep doing the vocal rides over and over again. That would be pretty challenging. And I'm sure back in the day, that's what they had to do, but not anymore. So that's all I got for this lesson. This is why I don't use FL Studio anymore, vocal rides, why they're important. We learned a little Italian. And by the way, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Become a class act and join BeatClass.com. One love.